tonight's episode of Late Night Baking. We are in a brand new year, we have a brand new president, and brand new strains of COVID are running rampant around the world. Cases are at an all-time high, morale's at an all-time low. The world is not as simple as it once was. Things are no longer black and white, but some of the best cookies still are, and that's what we're making, black and white cookies. To start off, get 1 1/4 cups of flour, throw it in a bowl. Then add in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, followed by 1/2 teaspoon of salt, more or less. Whisk it together, and set aside. 10 points if you notice a continuity goof. Grab 1/3 cup of buttermilk, and add in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and give that a good stir. Nice chunky buttermilk. Then, get a large bowl, throw in 1/3 1/3 cup of butter. I'll fix that part in post. 1/2 cup of sugar, and mix it up. When it gets fluffy, just for fun, add an egg. And mix it up. Then add in your flour mixture and your buttermilk, alternating beginning and ending with the flour. So add a little bit of this, mix it up, add a little of this, mix it up. Then through the magic of editing, this is the last batch of flour, and mix it all up. When you're done mixing, you'll find that it's much more like cake batter than cookie dough, but do not freak out, do not call 911, this is supposed to happen. Next, grab your sheet, line it with parchment, then plop the cookie dough / cake batter down in big bloops. Now in the past when I'd make black and white cookies, I would have to make them smaller and larger quantities because I'd bring them into the office and I have many people to keep happy. But I have not been in the office for almost a year, so I finally get to make them a little bigger the way New York intended. So take your cookie sheet, pop it into a 350 oven for about 15 minutes. Here we have the cake cookie combo. See, cake and a cookie. What would that be if you put that word together? Let's go with cookie. Fresh out of the oven, you can see that these cookies have a dome to them, and that is perfect. But now we're going to set them aside to cool. So get them directly onto that wire rack and just set aside. Now that we've made the cookies, we're now going to make the black and white. Get a bowl and get about 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. So like I said, 1 cup and a half. Then grab the Caro syrup from your friend who's shooting that low-budget horror movie that's going to make him big. Pour in 1 tablespoon. And my heart hurts just looking at this. Then 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Careful, careful. Ooh. And 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Is this not the cutest little thing? Shaped like a little lemon. 1 and 2, followed by a tablespoon of good, pure, classic, delicious, healthy water. and mix it together. Then once it's condensed down to an icing, add half of it to another bowl. Now, these bowls are probably overkill. I could have just used a regular old cereal bowl. Oh well. And add 1/4 cup of cocoa powder to one of the bowls, and mix that up. And if you need to, you can add another tablespoon of water to the chocolate to get the consistency right. There we go. And there we go. Now it's time to assemble. Grab your cookies and flip them over. Now first take your eeny, meeny, miny, mo chocolate icing and spread it over about half of the cookie. And just repeat that for all of them. My cameraman asked me something just now. He said, "Why do you flip the cookies over?" And we ice the flat side because if we iced the dome side, then the icing would just run all along the edges, and running is exactly what I need to do tomorrow because I will have eaten all of these. I'm thinking like 10 miles to burn off this one. Once that's set, you're going to carefully turn the entire tray because that's easier than turning each individual cookie. Then grab said cookies and simply ice along the other half. As such. There. Let me tell you folks, never leave anything to a game of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Always start with vanilla. But, here you have it, the black and white cookie. The black and white cookie. This reminds me a lot of those aliens from the classic Star Trek episode with the half white, half black face. Can we roll a clip? Do we have that? Oh, James T. Kirk, always teaching us about prejudice. Now it's time to taste our black and white cookies. Now, normally you should let these sit out until the icing solidifies, but it's 10:30, I'm tired. So, the cookie is very soft. It's almost cakey. That was the vanilla. Let's go to the other side. Now, first time I've ever had a lemon in the icing recipes, but it's a good addition. Now for the true test, bite of both at once. Flavor, harmony. Well, hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Because the vaccine rollout is going as slow as Caro syrup runs down a spoon, I'm probably going to be doing these for most of the year, but I hope you all have a good late night.